On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. To throw is Watson. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Go. Smooth.
They'll drop the throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. In the discussion of how would this offense respond in week 1, game 1 of the season, boom, they come out, get the football, score.
It's funny, didn't we ask them that question in our meetings, Brandon?
We did.
How are you going to respond? I think we got our answer, didn't we?
We did.
Straight down the field, well done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. To try again after the sack. Watson.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10. Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or. Go. Hey, Team 6. General West.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Mike 55.
On second down now, it's Moss. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go.
Under 10. 10.
Yes.
Be ready.
They go.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
That's 6, baby.
Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Well, a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check back 50. Here we go, here we go. Check the backer, check the backer.
61, match box, snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Bravo. Now.
Turkey's the mark. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Ready?
2nd and 2. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Going deep for Hopkins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Check 41. Night, sweetheart.
Go. Hey.
I got him.
41 Mike. 40 lead grip.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete in the end zone. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
He's coming. We got double up.
80 weapon.
55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hit it.
On third down, Moss. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in Belt, he told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Hey, Foxtrot.
50, Mike, 50.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Moss. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
41, Mike.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it again with Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Watch the curl. Watch the
At
curl.
the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And Woods has it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down and 9.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Go.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Moss. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
56. No chance.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Watson with a give to Miller. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mindset. 19. 6. It's a party now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check Mike. Check Mike.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 56. I got you, punk.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
50, Mike, 50. Rabbit. Hey, check.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, too soft.
Mike, 50. You.
Hey, back up. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Rams 45, Texans 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yes, yes.
Motion. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50.
Hey, exit.
Defense, let's get out the field, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
55.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ready? HG game.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for L.A., it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.